HQ. Attention to the map!
Enemy tank has been destroyed!
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win. The enemy is winning! We must counterattack!
총알이 영 좋지 않은 곳에 맞았어요.
Attention to the designated grid square. Attention to the map. Attention to the designated grid square.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Attention to the map. Attention to the map.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Attention to the map. Turning this grid. Attack the B point!
Next target!
Ready, fire! Attention to the designated grid square.
The artillery is on the position.
Got it!
Attack the B point! Most of the strategic zones captured.
Enemy forces have captured that zone.
Compartment's been damaged!
힘들 때 웃는 자가 인류.
The gunner's been wounded!